What's going on, guys? Master Tom here, 7th degree black belt Shaolin Kempo karate, former amateur world kickboxing champion, and Action Martial Arts Hall of Fame member. Today, we are going to be doing combination 21. This is our last combination that we learned at green belt with a stripe. I feel like there's a lot of details in the footwork to this combination that you guys are going to want to go over because I feel like a lot of people get this wrong. So let's take a look at it. Come on. All right, who's going to be Rob? I got Pat's like... Okay, guys, combination 21. Punch comes in. All right, guys, let's get into the details. You okay?
Yes.
I realized it kind of whacked you in the back of the head kind of hard. I was like, oh, man. All right, combination 21. So, guys, punch comes in. What we're doing is we're fading off to the side. I've seen it taught sometimes with like a cat stance or something like this, where you're kind of coming in with like a T off of this. You could do any variations of that, but as this punch comes in, I'm basically just trying to fade off to the side. So remember, green belt with a stripe typically is a lot of leopard type combinations and Kempo techniques. So we're going to be like the leopard. So leopard is a lot with the footwork. So I'm moving it off to the side here with a block, and this is going to be a leopard paw to the brachial artery right under here. Right here with a leopard paw, okay? So as he punches in, I'm fading off to the side, block, bang, leopard paw right there. This is not a power shot. Don't think of this as like I'm leopard pawing him and punching for 1,000 miles and letting that strike go all the way out that way. It's as he punches in, it's bang, quick, snappy right there. So as he punches in, boom, bang. Now from here, I'm grabbing this wrist here. So block, hit, grab. Now I'm gonna step through and under. What's important is as I step under, this hand is going to raise this arm up. I want to get his arm up here. One, it creates a bigger doorway for me to get through, but also two, once his arm's up in the air, he has a little bit more, less strength this way. Yes, I do have a little bit of less strength as well, but what I want to do is I'm not going to stay here forever. So once I get this leopard paw here, bang, I'm going to grab, I lift this up to shoot right under. Now, as I shoot under, I get to here. The next step is important. I got to take a big step and continue with this arm. So I see a lot of people do this mistake here. They step through, they pull the arm, and they do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, just like this. No hips, no, just arm. Bang, bang. This is what they do. Bang, bang. No. So we want to come through right from here. I step. Picture this is staying on guard, and this is just going to basically stay with me. So my hammer strike as I step through here is going to be more bang. There's my hammer strike. Now, what does that look like? If we freeze here, this looks more like an arm bar. Instead of me just standing here and like, hey, let me hammer strike you in the elbow. This, when I come through, now this is an arm bar. If I wanted to freeze and just bring Rob down from an arm bar, I could. But once I smash this here, now again, my hips. This is important for the next part, and I'll show you why. So now, when I come back with this hammer, it's not this. Again, it's not just arm. Hit, like this. It's here. Whack! I'm coming through. This hammer strike back to the head, I'm whipping this right through to the back of his head. So it's not just going to stop here, boop, like this. It's whack, just like that. Now that opens up a big key for this footwork here, if you guys can see. When I open my hip up, now my hips are open. Now this kick here, a lot of times people have a hard time with this side kick to the knee. And a lot of times what happens is, instructors will tell you, hey, if you're too close to the person or you're having a hard time making the side kick work here, do this stomp kick. I'm not opposed to it. People do this stomp kick. I'm not opposed to it, but it really makes the spinning hook kick so much harder if you're doing a stomp kick first. If I do a stomp here, now my foot lands, if Rob's not there, my foot lands like this. Now I have to untwist and unwind all the way from here to do my spinning hook kick from there. So, if you're here, and now I really whip this hammer strike right through, you can see my knees and my hip, my belt knot, starts facing this direction. Now this becomes easier for this side kick. So if you get stuck, if you guys have a hard time with this spot here in this distance and you're too close, really focus on stepping through with this hammer and stepping out. Now that creates a little bit more space. When I throw this side kick to the back of the knee, might even be the side of the knee, depending on where he is. Right now, it's going to be more the side of the knee. And that's fine. Both create the same result. But what I want to do is I always try to aim slightly higher than the knee. Don't aim at the knee. Aim slightly higher. So when I come in, I'm going to aim slightly higher, and let it fall into that crook of the the knee, the knee pit, whatever you want to call it, back and knee, whatever you want to call it, boom. Now I put that foot down. Now look at the position I am for my spinning hook kick. So I'm not twisted up, I'm not like this, and now I got to unwind all that. I'm here. So now I'm already, my hips are already facing this way. My spinning hook kick is going to be so much easier to come around. So do it again. So this punch comes in, boom, off to the side, strike, grab, step. I create that door, and look, also too, by bringing his arm up helps me bring his arm down violently. So when I strike here, strike, and I bring his arm up, when I step through, now this gives me a lot of momentum to really yank that arm down into that, boom, into that break right there, bang. Now I open up, there's my hammer strike there. Now there's my side kick, boom, and then bang, my spinning hook kick. Now, if we can predict the person's reactions off of that stomp kick, more than likely, if I stomped him down to the mat, boom, more than likely, he's going to kind of have this reaction where his head kind of pops up, right? Rob's ducking his head because he knows the spinning hook kick's coming. But normal people that doesn't know his kick's coming, their head, when they kind of get jerked back, so his head pops up. So it's perfect for that spinning hook kick, bang. But if Rob does duck his head for whatever reason or he fell down, you can change your spinning hook kick to an axe kick if you had to. So the biggest thing is when you're turning, make sure you're targeting. So as I spin, don't just throw willy-nilly spinning hook kick and not look where you're going. I'm going to turn, bang, find my target, bang, and make sure I land that target. So do it again. So this punch comes in, boom, off to the side, get that leg before, lift up, step through, step down, get that break. Again, this is close to my body, close to my center where I'm strong. Open up with that hammer strike, bang, back of the head. Do my stomp here. Remember, don't aim at the knee, aim a little higher so you slide nice right into that, boom, and then bang, spinning hook kick. We'll do it on this side so you guys can see. Fade off to the side, bang, step through, 1, 2, stomp, boom, hook kick, bang. And that, guys, is combination 21. That one's a cool one. Like I said, be careful with that spinning hook kick. Make sure you guys are targeting, aiming where you guys are going to throw that kick, and you guys work on that footwork, and I think that'll help you tremendously. Like I said, stomp kick isn't bad if that's what you're given and you have no room, but again, I don't like the stomp kick. I don't like the hook kick after the stomp kick. So if you can, create that space so you can get a nice side kick in there. Guys, if there's any other videos or any more questions about this combination, make sure you comment below, and I'll try to make videos for you guys and answer all your questions. Until next time, us.